Welcome to the LGBTQ Real Estate Podcast, where we connect LGBTQ homebuyers, sellers, and real estate professionals since 2007. Today we have with us a very near and dear friend of mine. I know Barbara Stone for about 15 years now. She's a realtor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. She serves the whole area, and she's a really sweet, phenomenal person. Barbara, tell us a little bit about yourself, both personally, professionally, whatever you prefer.
Well, first of all, hello to you, Jeff. It's great seeing you, and thank you for putting this all together. Really appreciate having the opportunity to chat with you and others around the country about what's so great about Dallas. So I have been in the Dallas area since the 1980s, and I've been a full-time real estate agent for the past 23 years. Prior to that, I was in executive and management positions in the banking industry, and decided it was time for a change, and thought, I really enjoy being around people, meeting them, and wanting to do something to help clients kind of move their lives forward. So real estate seemed to be a perfect fit, and it certainly has been.
Very nice, very nice. And the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it's just booming, right? There's just so much going on there.
It is so booming. We have so many people wanting to be in this area. Business industry is very strong, and so we have a lot of relocating people come to our climate is good. We have, probably 10 out of 12 months, the weather's really good. July and August can be a little hot, but other than that, it's really nice weather, and lots to do. Easy to get anywhere in the country, being in the middle of the United States, and just a very friendly city, and so many things you can and spend your time.
Very nice. And so I know we're working together for so many years now, and I know you have many LGBTQ clients. What is it about working with the LGBTQ community that you enjoy so much?
Well, first of all, it's, again, always enjoy meeting new people. And boy, do I have that opportunity. I have so many LGBTQ coming to Dallas, and I really enjoy kind of putting together where the best possible places for them to live under their circumstances. For instance, you may have somebody single wanting to be in enjoy the nightlife. That's a certain area of town. We have others that have families looking for good schools, and others that may just want to be kind of on the outskirts and maybe come into town here and there, or want to have a short commute to work. So it's kind of a puzzle, and I just really enjoy building the gay community in the Dallas area. It's great to just have a bigger population of us, and just make us stronger.
That sounds great. And I know areas like Oak Lawn are very LGBTQ friendly, and you've got your little pockets, but I believe everywhere in Dallas is pretty welcoming to the LGBTQ community, right?
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And that's one of the things that I really emphasize with people moving here. One of the first questions I always get, probably 99% of the time, is, hey, we're thinking about moving to Dallas. We're a little afraid because Texas, we just think is just really, against the community. And the Dallas area, that can't, there's nothing further from the truth. We absolutely are very accepting, and you can be anywhere and feel very, very comfortable. You don't have to think, oh, I just have to be in the Oak Lawn area to be safe. No, everywhere is open and very accepting.
Well, that's really nice to hear, and that's why we do this podcast, so people that may find this video. For example, they're searching for LGBTQ realtor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They can find you, and it's a little different just from clicking a link and maybe viewing a website. And I've been to Dallas myself a handful of times, and I found it to be very welcoming. And it's really important to hear it from a professional such as yourself with such experience that someone could, reach out now to you and contact you and say, hey, Barbara has an understanding of where we would want to live, and not necessarily where we want to live because you've got the whole area, but an understanding of what they can expect, and that's really important. And I know you're very fond of your area, the Dallas Fort Worth area. What is it that you love so much about it? Like share with us in a nutshell, like basically what you love about like the arts. I know the arts is big in Dallas Fort Worth. You've got museums, you've got universities. There's just so much going on, the coffee shops, the dining, the wine bars, the job market. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, and you're hitting on all the strong points, Jeff, about Dallas. But I first would want to emphasize how strong our community is. And this goes back probably in the 80s when the AIDS crisis first started, and the community pulled together and said, we've got an issue, we've got to be one source and come together. And then it's been that way. And so what's really nice is anyone moving here can go, oh, how's the gay community in Dallas? Well, it's strong, it's booming. And so many things that people, whether they're in sports or looking to do some, museums or things like that, anything in the arts, you can find a group and socialize and become friends with people that are like. And with that in mind, so yes, Dallas, we have the museums, and in the last few years, Dallas has created the museum district, which is really nice. It was somewhat in the past a bit convoluted, but now it's all together and beautiful museums. We have concert halls, of course, sporting events, all the professional teams, dining. Oh my goodness, we have, I think Dallas, and I'm not sure if this is still true, but once upon a time it was, had more restaurants per capita than any other city in the country. So we like to eat.
And
Yeah.
what's your favorite if you're going out to eat tonight? Where's your go-to?
Oh my goodness, gosh. Oh, well, one specialty Dallas really has, of course, is their Tex-Mex food. So, anybody that comes to Dallas definitely needs to find a good Tex-Mex restaurant because they're very delicious. Yeah.
Tex-Mex, a cerveza, it's pretty good.
It is. It's very good. We have a lot of outdoor dining, lots of fun. Just so many venues for dining and entertaining. We have, if you're into fitness, we have a lot of hike and bike trails now, parks. Dallas really has everything you're looking for.
Yeah.
So
very nice. Very nice. It's nice to see someone really love their community, and I know you are passionate about it. So thanks for sharing that. Again, it is important for someone that's searching, that knows that you're available to help them share your love of the city and help them find a home, help them sell a home, whatever it may be. So tell us, with that in mind, there's of course a very diverse housing stock everywhere. If someone's moving from out of town, there's probably single family, there may be some new construction, there's townhouses, condos. I guess you do a little bit of everything, right?
Absolutely everything. Starting from single family homes, moving into condos, you can do townhomes, high rises, mid rises, new construction. We find it some within the city, but if you get out to the suburbs, you're going to see a lot of that, lots of new homes being built out there. And if you want to get a little bit further out, you can find even some communities that are on lakes, and you can find houses that have acreage, or if you just want a small place like a townhome or or just a home that has very little yard. We've got everything, and I've certainly have seen all of it and have sold
Yeah,
all of it. It's just available. Anything you'd like, we have it.
that's great. That's great. And of course, they can visit your website and get familiar with all the properties. You could do a property search. You could send them lists of properties that come to the market. That's part of your service.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And anytime I have new clients, that's the first thing we do is get them set up. Search. I will automatically set them up to receive homes based on their criteria. And so whether they're looking for a 1920s bungalow or a 2023 and later home, they're all out there. And
Yeah,
they can search and I search for them at the same time.
that's great. That's great. And okay, so I'm thinking now, some people, I live in Florida, you're in Texas, so some people think, oh, that's you got a red meat state there, am I going to be comfortable? Am I going to be welcome? And I know Florida, as opposed to what some people may think, from the propaganda you see out there today, very welcoming, at
Mhm.
least where I live. Okay. What should LGBTQ families and individuals know about, the Dallas Fort Worth area? And I know you touched on it before, but,
Yeah.
when it comes to schools, when it comes to places of worship, when it comes to colleges and, education and the job market, what's that like being LGBTQ?
It's extremely welcoming, Jeff, extremely. And again, that's one of the very first questions I hear. Am I going to be safe? Am I going to be secure? Any issues I'm going to have? And I always tell them, you're going to be absolutely safe and enjoy the community.
Yeah, there's a welcome mat. That's it. Welcome, right?
It is a myth, and because that's exactly like you hear about Florida, we hear that about Texas, and it may be true in some parts of our states, but here in the Dallas Fort Worth area and the suburbs, no, it's not like that at all. We are such a very welcoming area, and nobody should have any hesitancy about moving here. And actually, again, with the strongest community that we have, they would probably really enjoy being here.
Of course, of course. And again, it's so important that someone can watch this video, hear it from a professional, and be comfortable. And so we're almost finished. So let's close it out with our typical final question. When you're not working, what do you like to do?
Well, you've kind of stated some of them. Of course, I love socializing with family and friends, and we do that either by going out to eat or some entertainment venue. And I also love being outdoors. It's one of my most favorite things. And so since COVID, I picked up bicycle riding and I do hiking, walking, camping, kayaking, just anything to be out in nature. You just name it. I'll say, okay, I'm going to go do it. It's just, and there's a lot of opportunity to do that here in the Dallas area too. We have a lot of parks, a lot of trails that are outside the city limits that are easily accessible. So it's
Very
yeah,
nice.
that's yeah,
And the weather is so accommodating to be outdoors all the time in Dallas, right?
absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, maybe July and August get a little warm, but otherwise it's
Yeah,
really
there's air
comfortable.
conditioning for that, right?
Exactly. That's when
Yeah,
we go to the theater. It's July and
yeah,
August.
yeah. We experience the same in Florida, the hot summers. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Barbara, thank you so much for joining us. This was great. And
Thank you, Jeff.
yeah, yeah, an absolute pleasure. And anyone that watches this video knows how to reach you. Your name, your email is there. And we're also going to include links to your website, your email, and great. Okay.
Well,
Well, there you have it.
I appreciate that and warmly welcome anybody that is looking to move to Dallas. Would be very happy to help them with their home search or their home sale.
Thank you, Barbara.
All right.
Thank you.
Take
We
care,
always
Jeff.
end the show with 2 thumbs up.
Here we
Great.
go.
Have a wonderful weekend.
You too, Jeff.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.